Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Jack, and today I'm building all the Mighty Micros sets. So we've got the DC on one side and the Marvel Universe on the other side, and I'll build them, give them a little bit of a review, and maybe talk about my favorite one, if I have one. But I'm a big Batman fan, so let's start off with this one. The name of this set is Batman vs. Catwoman. It is recommended for ages 5 to 12. It is set number 76061, and it has 79 pieces. We've got our micro Batman and Catwoman minifigs, as well as their little racers. And I gotta say, all these little cars remind me of racers from Mario Kart. Okay, let's start. Here is our micro Batman. He's got a very simple print on the body, but I like this yellow, black, and gray color combo, and they certainly use the most iconic version of the bat symbol on his chest. He's got a full-sized cape on him, which looks kind of funny, and like all these micro minifigs, he's got himself a unique expression, and it's this kind of pulled to one side frowny face. And here's Batman's vehicle. That bat symbol in the front is a printed on piece, which I really like, and I like the build for the back. It kind of swings out a little bit, and I like this little jet of fire. Alright, let's move on to Catwoman now. The printing here is pretty basic and cartoony on the body also, and I have a feeling this is going to be a theme for all of the Mighty Micros. She's got some very large eyes and a big smile. I also really like her cat mask. But I think the best part of this set is Catwoman's vehicle. The purple goes well with her, and I like that they made it look like a cat. We've got a build for the cat face and some cat ears in the front there, and of course a tail sticking out the back. That's a very fun little build. Let's see the pair together. Accessories in this set include a milk carton for Catwoman as well as a diamond, and of course Batman has his batarangs. Batman's vehicle is pretty good, and I think it was designed to look like a smaller version of the actual traditional Batmobile. But I really like Catwoman's racer. She doesn't have her own super vehicle in the comics, so there's definitely a bit more creative liberty here. Alright, I think I'm going to be switching back between DC and Marvel, so now it's time to switch over to Captain America versus Red Skull. This set is recommended for ages 5 to 12 again. It is set number 76065, and it has 95 pieces. We've got our two micro minifigs, and it looks like Captain America's got a tank, and it looks like Red Skull's got a mini version of that Hydra APC that we've seen before. Alright, just 95 pieces, let's get it done. Alright, here's our Captain America minifig, and he has one cheesy looking grin on his face. He's got some very simple detailing for the chest piece, and here's Captain America's awesome little tank. It's a great little design. I like these oversized bits of exhaust in the back, and this funny looking cannon in the front. Captain America doesn't actually face forward in this, but he stands and faces to the side. Here he has a control lever, and if you're wondering, no, the head of this tank is not posable. Here's Red Skull. He's got extremely simple detailing for a suit and a very goofy looking Hydra octopus on the back. And the expression on his face looks nonplussed. And here is his vehicle. It's got the same olive green color combo that a previous Hydra vehicle has had in LEGO before. And I think they also tried to mimic that turret head in the back. My favorite part of the build for this are these rockets that stick out the side. They use those wine glass pieces in the center so they could clip in easily. Here's the set all together. And the accessories in this set are of course Captain America's shield, and Red Skull gets the Tesseract. Captain America's tank is awesome, and I think this set of minifigs has some of the best expressions. Alright, moving back over to DC, we've got The Flash versus Captain Cold. This set is recommended for ages 5 to 12. It is set number 76063, and it has 88 pieces. We've got our two funny looking minifigs, and they seem to have some great accessories. So let's build it. Alright, our next set is done, and here we have the Flash. Extremely simple detailing on his red body. I really like the mask that the Flash has, and it's also a bit rubbery. He's got a little smile pulled to one side, and he also comes with this drink, Power Bolts. Flash's vehicle matches up with them pretty darn well. The build in the front is pretty simple, and I like that little printed on detail there, but I like the pieces that they used in the back. They're a bit rigid or electric looking, and they're also red that fade into yellow. It matches up pretty darn well with how his mask is shaped. Moving on to Captain Cold. He's got some basic light blue and yellow detailing, and he's got that little parka hood. His face is a little bit unhappy, even though he does come with some of the best accessories. He's got a really cool, well-built, funny-looking freeze gun, and he comes with some vanilla ice cream. And here's his little mini snowplow, and I think the best part is the build in the front. The snowboard piece in the front has been repurposed for yet another snow function. Here's the set together. I really like how they made Flash's vehicle match up with his mask, and I think this set is winning so far for the different accessories that it comes with. Okay, next set is Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin. Once again, recommended for ages 5 to 12, this is set number 76064 and it has 85 pieces. And it comes with 2 minifigs, 2 vehicles, and 2 accessories. And you know the drill, let's just get it open. Alright, let's start off with Spider-Man. He's got his blue and red Spidey suit with a pretty big spider symbol on the front. And I really like those funny eyes on his face. I'm gonna say that he looks a little bit confused. He comes with a camera because Peter Parker takes pictures, and here is his little Spidey helicopter. The top rotor sticks up a bit far, and it looks a little bit goofy, kind of like how a propeller sticks out the top of one of those little baseball caps. But this whole Mighty Micro theme is a little bit goofy, so it kind of fits. And you can see this is the first and maybe only vehicle from Mighty Micros that has a play feature. There are 2 slightly posable flick missiles on either side, and I think the designers added them to this vehicle because they actually kind of fit to the build. It's nice to see that they didn't add play features to every set just because they thought they should, but only add them when they're appropriate. Moving on to the Green Goblin. He's got a purple and green body with a print for the jack-o'-lantern on his chest, and he also comes with a jack-o'-lantern in his hand. He's got a wild and goofy kind of face, and a headpiece that shows off his hat and his green pointy ears. The Goblin has his flyer here too, so this is an air battle set, and it is designed to look somewhat like his actual flyer. Just like how Batman's vehicle is made to look like a micro version of the Batmobile. He's got some little inverted wings on the sides, a sleek look to the front, and some jets in the back. Here are the 2 builds and minifigs together. I really like that they decided to take to the skies for this set, and both of these minifigs have some great goofy expressions. Alright, it looks like we're going to be finishing off DC first with Robin vs. Bane. It is recommended for ages 5 to 12, it is set number 76062 and it has 77 pieces. This makes it the smallest part count for any of the Mighty Micro sets, and I think that is partially due to Bane's vehicle having some slightly larger pieces to it. And once again, let's just get it open. Okay, here's Bane, and I think he's got some really nice detailing for the body. He's got a big B on the front, and you can see on his back there's a canister of serum that feeds all the way up his back and printed onto the back of his head too. His face is pretty cartoony, but not quite as goofy as the others. He also comes with some dynamite. Here's Bane's vehicle. It's pretty cool looking. It's mostly lime green with a little bit of orange in there, and I like those big flaming exhausts in the back. But the best feature, of course, is this drill in the front. And if all these Mighty Micro vehicles were in a bumper car scenario, his would be the one to watch out for. Moving on to Robin, he's got his traditional yellow, red, and green color combo, and he's wearing this short yellow Robin cape. But because he's so short, it doesn't actually look short on him. He's got a very happy-go-lucky smile on his face, and he comes equipped with a grappling gun. Here is his vehicle, and I have no shame in saying it's probably one of the least exciting Mighty Micro vehicles. The color combo is great, I think it matches up really well with Robin, but it's just very simple and it doesn't look too funny, wacky, or creative. Essentially, it's just a nice clean little build. Here are the 2 vehicles together. Neither of the accessories are too exciting, and Robin's vehicle is pretty basic, but the Bane minifig and his drill vehicle are both really cool. Okay, and our last but certainly not least set of the Mighty Micros is Hulk vs. Ultron. You can probably guess what age this set is recommended for. It is set number 76066 and it has 80 pieces. And I kind of saved this set for last because it's got some of the coolest looking vehicles and I really like these minifigs. Okay, and first up here is the Hulk. He is green and purple, he's got black hair, and he holds a chicken leg. He's got some printing for some muscles on the chest, and one gigantic mouth. And here's Hulk's little racer, and despite being the largest comic book character out of any of these Mighty Micro ones here, his racer is actually the most compact. There's no build sticking out the front, and he doesn't have a spoiler on the back. But what he does have are two Hulk fists. These are the same hands that you would see on a larger figure like the Hulk or Darkseid, and they've been repurposed for this vehicle so it can punch, or at least look like it can punch. He's also got this engine in the front that kind of adds to the effect that it is a very powerful little vehicle, and he's got some exhaust pipes in the back. And moving over to Ultron, this guy might actually take the cake for having the most ridiculous looking face. First I didn't realize what I was looking at, but then I saw that that is his gigantic mouth. He also has some very funny cartoony looking eyes. He's got some very simple mechanical detailing on his body. You can see he's just screwed together with a couple of flathead screws, and he comes with a wrench. And here's his vehicle. It looks pretty interesting. It's got the feel that it's some kind of insect, or maybe actually now that I think about it, it's kind of close to a scorpion. Maybe just because that upturned claw piece in the back kind of reminds me of a stinger. And the front build is pretty simple. There's also a few horn pieces sticking out too. And here's the set together. Both of these minifigs have some of the biggest mouths I've ever seen printed on a minifig head before, and I really like the sort of strange quirky designs we got from their vehicles. Alright, so I think that's all I've got to say about this set, so let's check out all of the Mighty Micros together. I gotta say, I thought the builds were going to be a little bit more formulaic than they were. They all used the same base piece for fitting on those small little wheels, but none of these vehicles actually really match up. They all have their own kind of personality. Now, I don't think there's any clear winner on what vehicle or set is the best. It really just depends on what you like. Coming into this, I thought Batman would be my favorite, but I think I like some of those unique vehicles a little bit more, like maybe Captain America's tank or Spider-Man's helicopter. Here are all of the minifigs together. Once again, there's no favorite minifig for me, but I do like all the weird, funny prints for the faces. I really like that these are all official LEGO minifigs, so when I do superhero collection videos, I've got to include these guys too. So yeah, this is a fun little theme that LEGO came out with, so I really hope they decide to do a round 2 at some point, so we get a whole new batch of superheroes and their little vehicles. So that's it for this episode. You can let us know in the comment section below which set you thought was your favorite, and maybe which sets you might want to see next. Honestly, I think they could go into the X-Men realm and we could have a Professor Xavier versus Magneto set. I think that'd be really cool. But other than that, if you want to buy any of these sets, I'll leave links in the video description below, and thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time at BrickVault.